North Bank. And Milt Lady is with us, the White Township Manager. Joins us once a month to update us on things that are happening within the township. Milt, you sent me a little sheet yesterday. Good morning.
Good morning.
There's a heck of a lot going on in the township right now.
Yeah, well, we try to stay busy.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
Yes.
My goodness. This is Local Government Week. And so you highlight things for which the township is responsible. And I bet you a lot of folks don't know what the township really is responsible for in their daily lives.
That's what I thought. I review some of those things that we are. Most of the public infrastructure in the township, which includes construction and repair of the roads, obviously, but also the sewer and stormwater systems that run throughout the township, and also the traffic signals, which includes a lot of the state road intersections. In fact, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
We're mandated to take over those once they're built. Also, the public infrastructure is constantly in need of repair because of degradation of the materials and piping.
Sure.
And that's a lot of the fees that people are seeing now with the stormwater fee that we instituted last year. It covers that whole public infrastructure throughout the township.
Yeah.
All the areas that are buried that you don't see.
Yeah. And when you mention fees, that's interesting because people might not be aware of the way that White Township funds its operations and funds township obligations because it's different from a lot of townships and municipalities.
We are. We don't have a property tax. Still, a lot of people don't realize that. We have a White Township tax collector, but he's responsible for collecting the school and the county real estate taxes, but township does not get any of those funds.
Yeah.
We do receive some tax money from the earned income tax, the state liquid fuels, and the real estate transfer taxes. And that makes up about 50% of our budget. Mm-hmm. And the other 50% comes from the fees that I spoke about before, the sewer fees, the stormwater fees, recycling fees, building codes, and all that.
It's kind of interesting that we talk about the way that White Township is able to finance its operations, especially in light of the way that the state and the federal government mandate things for municipalities such as White Township and all the little boroughs and townships around here. There are things that you absolutely have to do. You don't have a choice.
That's correct.
You have to pay for them.
Yep, recycling's one of those. Being that we are over 10,000, we are required to do recycling. And we have turned that over to the County Solid Waste Authority, and most people see that at the recycling center. But that fee that we charge for recycling also includes our portion of that operation down there. So even the people that drop off down at the recycling center, there's a cost to that for the processing and selling of those products to other people that use them.
Yeah, yeah. So what are some of the other, as we think about what is...
Well, some of the other mandates are the environmental safety regulations, such as sewage planning, floodplain regulations, and the statewide building codes. That's part of it. We also are required by code to provide public service for safety and health, which would be the fire company that we help pay some of their funds, and also the EMS. We are required to provide that service also, which is typically Citizens Ambulance. Also, we do planning and development. That's your subdivision and land development, which a lot of people know as SAWDO, and also the operation and maintenance of our parks and facilities, which a lot of people don't realize we maintain and operate over 340 acres of parks within the township property.
And one of the aspects of the way that White Township does business is you rely on citizen volunteers to fill out a lot of boards and panels that can help to lead and govern some of these agencies. We
do, and that's another good point is we want to encourage people to get involved. We do have a lot of boards and commissions that there's opportunities there to serve, learn more about local government, such as the Indiana Area Parks and Recreation Commission, the Indiana Free Library, the Planning Commission, the Municipal Authority. Some of those positions do get a small stipend for attending meetings.
Yeah.
Also.
Indiana Borough last week put out its notice that they'll be doing their limb collection starting next week. The 18th, I believe, is the first day for Indiana Borough to be collecting. I'll get the actual figures so that folks can be aware of that. But does White Township do something like that as well?
We do. That's part of our recycling program. We do a spring and fall. And this spring, we're planning to do that on the week of May 22nd through the 26th. That's pending approval at this Wednesday's supervisor meeting, but that should be approved. Obviously, we want to encourage people not to open burn in the community, especially woody materials. Obviously, it's the environmental friendly way to do it. We'd rather you recycle.
This is brush valley or brush fire season too.
Yes. Things are actually pretty dry right now. A lot of grass that hasn't started growing yet, and it's dead, just laying there in leaves. So we really want you to refrain from burning. Put your woody materials, such as tree limbs less than 5 inches and shorter than 8 feet, your shrubs, your trimmings, and garden debris, set it out at the curbside, and our staff will come through that week, and we'll collect it or we'll chip it with our chipper. But there's no plastic bags, no leaves, no grass clippings.
People who have questions about any of those winter cleanup things, they can just call the township?
Yes, it'll be on our website.
Okay.
And if you have a large amount, we would encourage you to call just to make sure that we can take that large amount.
Okay.
We don't want any lot clearing operations. That's left to the commercial businesses out there.
White Township Planning Commission meets tonight. By the way, just to press the reset button, we're with Milt Lady from White Township. He is their manager. And the Planning Commission meets tonight. Elementary school back on the agenda tonight?
It is. It's still ongoing. We have received comments back from PennDOT on the traffic impact study. We're reviewing those comments. We've offered our comments through our consultant, and also the HRG, which is the consultant for the school, is provided comments. So all the parties are involved in reviewing these comments and trying to come to a good agreement on the traffic impacts at that intersection in the new school.
Now, procedurally, does Planning Commission or Township overall need to sign off on some items yet before the project could go through from the Township standpoint?
That's correct. We have not given final approval for the final plan yet.
Okay.
So it's all contingent on these traffic impact improvements.
Could that conceivably happen tonight?
Conceivably.
Okay.
But I think at this point there's still too many unknowns on the traffic impact. Probably it'll be another month.
Anything else we're looking at with the Planning Commission tonight?
Nothing real major.
Because we keep hearing about Applebee's and Panera's and all of the different ones that could or could not be coming, and we just never know, Milt. We just have no idea.
Well, we did have some meetings last week with the developer, and supposedly they are coming in with the building permit any day now to start the Panera Bread building.
Okay.
So they continue to tell us that they're coming in and going to develop that site. So that's really all we can go by is what the developer's telling us right now.
But no Applebee word at all?
There's another restaurant coming in at that site, but that has not been determined yet.
Okay. Everybody's trying to figure it out. Yeah, I think including the people who are actually doing the project. Some other things happening in White Township. The bridge replaced yet there at the building?
Well, it's back on the radar, yes.
Is it finally?
Well, we do have a tentative construction date. That would be May 5th through the 8th. That involves removing the old bridge, which was a wood and steel structure, installing the new concrete slabs, and having to repave the approaches to both ends of that bridge. We are looking, that process will take about 3 or 4 days. So we're looking to close the office that Friday to the public and also the following Monday. That also needs approved at Wednesday night supervisor meeting. If there was significant rainfall that weekend forecast, we will move it back 2 weeks to May 19th through the 22nd, just to let everybody know. But it'll be a process, but we'll try to get it taken care of in those 4 days.
In the old days, you'd just throw a plank across there and you'd balance your way across the plank.
That's right.
What's the matter with
you,
you,
Milt?
Milt?
Across the plank.
All right, so that's going on. You've got some other things happening as well on Township. I guess it really has to do with spring cleanup as well, road sweeping and things of that nature.
Sure. Just a caution to the motorists out there, be careful. We still are doing street sweeping to remove the winter debris that was put on the roads. That should finish up this week. Just watch out for the big sweeper and keep your distance. And also, our construction crews will be working on stormwater inlet repairs and obviously parts of roads that have been deteriorating over the winter.
Yeah.
We'll start doing our patching work.
Yeah, real quickly, let's get out to the White Township Recreation Complex. Any winter damage need repaired there, or the field's in good shape, or what are we looking at there?
No, the ice is down. We shut the compressors off this week, so the ice season's over. But with the beautiful weather, obviously they've been working on the soccer fields, getting them painted and ready for play, and also the baseball fields are being worked on. So should be a busy week for outdoor activity out there. I do believe there's an egg hunt out there with the Walkworks Committee at, I believe, 5:30 this evening.
Mm-hmm.
So the public's invited to bring the kids out and join in that activity also.
There you go. Little Easter egg hunt on Holy Week, huh? That's good stuff. That's good stuff. All right. So lots happening at White Township, as Milt has told us, and local government week continues. We salute everybody at the White Township Planning Commission and the Supervisors Board. Planning Commission tonight, Supervisors tomorrow night.
That's correct, yes.
All of the volunteers who work in the various panels and committees for White Township. Milt, thanks so much to you for coming in today, too.
Thank you, Todd. Always a pleasure.
Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. It's AM 1160 WCCS 101.1 FM.